so much better. Hey everybody, how you doing? It is I, your friend, the midlife YouTuber. My lighting is definitely leaving something to be desired. Oh, Loki's coming over to say hi. Say hi, Loki. Say hi, hi. Yeah, he doesn't know what I'm doing, but that's okay because who's really watching this right now? Nobody. That's fantastic. I just want to switch this. Hold on one second here. If I put that there. Now I can actually look at the camera. All right. So, how's everybody doing today? So, the title of this video, Loki wants me to pay attention to him and not you, right? He's cuter anyway. But the title of this video is Success. So, I start this video the way I start all my other videos. Get this thing squared up. I don't have the background that I wanted. Can I get that a little? Does that help? No, that's just going to be annoying. All right. I built this really nice background for my videos, and I can't use it. So I'm stuck using this horrible one behind me. It's just here. It is what it is, whatever. So anyway, everybody, I am the midlife YouTuber, and we're going to talk about how to succeed without trying. Wait. Without trying. That can't be right. No. Okay. To succeed, all you have to do is try. What, Loki? I'm talking to peoples. I know you're peoples too, but I have to talk to the YouTube peoples. I have to talk to YouTube peoples. Go on. Go lay down. Go lay down. He wants all the attention all the time, and I don't blame him. He's adorable. And the cuter you are, the more attention that you feel you deserve. And in his case, he's absolutely right. But I don't want him to have hurt feelings. Okay. Go lay down. Go away from me. Go lay down. We'll have dinner soon. He's not even hungry. He just wants me to sit down and watch Psych. So how do you succeed with trying, without trying? Do you try? Do you need to try? So I'm an old man. I'm the midlife YouTuber. I've lived on this planet for almost 50 years. The one thing that I know, the one thing that I've learned is that success comes to people who don't give up. No matter what. It doesn't matter what it is. If you want to be a doctor, don't give up. Medical school is hard. Even pre-med shit is hard. But you can do it if you don't give up. Should you do it? No, there's definitely some people that should not be doctors. I've gone to some of them, I know for a fact. But if that's your passion, if that's your goal, if that's your dream, do it, man. Same thing with being an author, being an actor, being anything, really. If you work at it and you keep working at it, you will eventually succeed. Is it going to be overnight? No. We call that lightning in a bottle. That's the guy who makes one YouTube video and is an overnight sensation. And that happens 1 out of every 100 million times. It's winning the lottery. If you write your first book, is it going to be a bestseller? Probably not. But again, lightning in a bottle happens. 1 out of every 100 million people that write a book and publish their first novel get some huge success. Is there a formula to it? No, and I don't care what anybody says. There's no formula to success other than hard work. Hard work, perseverance, never giving up. You only lose when you give up. So take this live, for example. I've never done a live before. Never done one. This is my first one on YouTube. I knew nothing about it. I asked for help in one of the communities that I'm a part of, and I had a couple people give me some advice, which I'm taking said advice. But I said, fully expecting that, no one's really going to check this out. No one's going to come to this live because I don't have that big of a following yet. I have 30-something subscribers, which is fantastic, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to each and every one of you. And I have no doubt that most of, if not all of the people that have subscribed are going to eventually at some point see this live. But I didn't expect anybody to jump in because I don't think anybody is going to see that I'm live and go, oh, I have to see what he's saying and jump on, because I've never jumped on a live before for another creator. Doesn't matter how popular they are. I've watched some lives after the fact, which is what I kind of expect will happen here. But that's where I'm at. So I didn't think anybody was going to be here, which is good, because this way I'm not disappointed right now, because I have realistic expectations. Does that change my path to success? Absolutely not. If I had 1,000 people watching me right now, would I? No. Hey, I got a couple people in there. All right. The new Creator Club. Hey, how's it going? Glad to have you here. See, look, somebody did show up. Somebody showed up. That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to type a response to them. All right. I can't type, though. I have a horrible keyboard that I thought was going to be great, and it's horrible, and I hit all the wrong keys all the time. Boy. But anyway, the whole point of this video is that you have to show up. You have to be present, and you have to persevere. It doesn't matter what your goal is. I'm going to use YouTube as the goal, because my goal is to be making a living on YouTube at some point. And that's what I talk about. That's what I'm working towards, because that is my main goal right now. So to be a YouTuber, a real full-time making a living YouTuber, the most important thing that I have to do is not give up. And that's the easiest thing in the world. I'm literally just not changing anything. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing. I don't expect success to happen overnight. I don't expect success to happen in 3 months or 6 months or even a year. I'm part of a couple communities of other people who are making YouTube videos. And I see success. Sometimes these people have had YouTube channels for almost a decade, and they're just now getting success. Some a couple years, some about a year. You know, the formula is different for everybody, and the way people measure success is different for everybody. All right, so I just got a question. What has been the biggest surprise to you since starting my channel? So there's been a lot of surprises that I have gone through and gotten the opportunity to experience. I think the biggest one really was the one thing that I thought was going to be the hardest at this point in my YouTube journey. My YouTube journey is just about, it's almost 2 months old. September 8th, it will be 2 months that I've been on YouTube. I have about 50 regular videos up and a couple dozen shorts, a little more than a dozen shorts. I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 20 shorts. The biggest surprise, I thought the hardest part of getting engagement for me was going to be getting comments. And I seem to be getting a fair amount of comments, a lot of the same people commenting, which I think is fantastic. But I wasn't really sure that I was going to get a lot of comments. And seeing that I'm getting a lot of engagement, I think that is surprising to me at this point, because I am so new and I have so few subscribers. And it was a very pleasant surprise. And I was very happy to see so many people engaging and commenting on the video. And it's also affecting the way that my channel is progressing. Because at the end of the day, this channel is not for me. It's for everybody watching. It's for you guys. So the more that you guys are watching this channel and the more you see something and you say, hey, I really like this component of your video, well, then I'm going to give you more of that component. And the one thing that I've gotten many, many comments of on my videos has been the positive message. And that's really how I wanted this channel to progress. So it works out very well with my vision for the channel, as far as, and also what everyone else is kind of picking up is the basic message of positivity. Because I want this to be a very positive kind of place. You know, there's more than enough negativity out in the world, and there's more than enough negativity on the internet, especially. a lot of the trolls, the keyboard warriors, the people who think that they can say anything they want from the safety of their home or their mother's basement, as the joke goes. But it's very easy for people to tear people down online because you're not face to face with someone. It's harder to give someone the hard truth or to be rude or nasty to somebody when you're face to face with them. And also, there may be consequences when you're nasty to someone and you're right in front of their face. But with the safety of the internet, and I'm not in the same place as you are, and you may never even know who I am, it's easier for me to just be rude, be nasty, or just to be a jerk just because I'm bored. So I want to put messages of positivity out. I want people to come to my channel and feel that it's I hate the term safe space. It sounds ridiculous and stupid, but I want people to come here, and I want them to feel that that they're part of something, that they have the ability to say what they want and express their feelings, and let me know what they enjoy, and by all means let me know what you don't enjoy. I'm totally down for negative comments as well, because if I make a mistake, I want to know that I made the mistake, or if I went in a direction that people don't like, I want to know about that too. So I welcome all comments, but seeing that everybody likes the positivity in there, which is great, because that's what I really want to spread. I want people to feel more comfortable, and I want people to go out and live their dreams, do the things that they want to do. I have a dream, I have a goal, I'm working towards it, and I'm not going to stop until I get there. And I love seeing other people doing it, and being part of it. I'm part of a couple communities. My nose is so itchy. It's, because I'm on camera, and I normally do this, and then I edit all this stuff out where I'm scratching my face and my head and wiping my nose. I can't do that live. It's kind of fun. I don't have the discipline that I should have to not do this stuff, but hey, that's fun. This is live. It's exciting. It's fun. And we're on this journey together, and we're really on this journey together, because there's no filter now. There's no turning this stuff off. I can't edit any of it. So that's great though. But yeah, so the topic of this is success, and really what it comes down to is the secret for success. And this is from some hard-fought battles and from some lessons that I've learned the hard way, is that success comes to the people who try, the people who don't give up. And I've seen it over and over and over again. Oh, it's thundering outside. We got a good storm. That's why Loki's been so up my butt. Where's your sister? I think I have a corgi outside. Give me 1 second. Watch out. Where did the corgi go? Oh no, the corgi's outside. Come on, little girl. Oh my. Oh my goodness. I did. Oh no, I left the corgi outside. Oh dear. I had to get up and leave in the middle of my live stream. People are going to think it's horrible. Oh, the comments are going to be so apocalyptic. But I had to get up and save my little corgi. I have a little corgi. Her name is Layla. She's a little dog. Loki is the big dog. And she kicks his ass on a regular basis. It's funny to watch. Her perfect vision of success is to eat everything. It's pretty much all she wants. I'm sorry, Layla. When did you sneak outside? Oh, dear, you're so wet. It's raining and thundering, and she was outside. But she always comes running in first thing, especially with the storm. So let's talk back about success. Again, I wish this is stuff I could edit out. It's stuff I would normally edit out, but I can't. I'm stuck with it. So let's wrap this thing up, because I don't like videos that are too long. I don't want to make you guys watch videos that are too long. So success, really perseverance, is the one word that comes to mind when I think of success. That no matter what you want, you have to work at it tirelessly and endlessly. You have to be prepared to take a journey that could very well take you years to accomplish. And some things, given the goal, it's kind of built in that, yeah, it's going to take years. If your goal is to be a doctor, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. There's, you have college, pre-med, then you have medical school. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Look at everything kind of the same way. That I started this YouTube thing, had no idea how to make a video. I learned how to make a video. Had no idea how to edit. I edited. Didn't know nothing about thumbnails. Didn't even know what a fucking thumbnail was. But I found out. I learned, and now I make some pretty awesome thumbnails. Then I learned about branding and about marketing and about tags and hashtags and SEO, all this stuff. And all of it is vitally important. And you can't succeed without having any of this stuff. And I knew nothing about any of it. And here I am 2 months and 50 videos later. I don't consider myself an expert by any means, but I know 1,000% more than I did when I started. I had no idea how to make videos. I didn't know anything about editing software. My honest plan was to just keep recording until I got what I thought was a near enough to perfect version of what I wanted to say, and then just post that without editing it at all. And then I learned how to edit, and then I learned editing tricks. I learned how to do cuts. I learned how to add music. I learned how to throw in little snippets of, movie clips and quotes and stuff like that. I've learned all that stuff, and I've learned it in 2 months. I have gotten such an education in 2 months. I mean, that in and of itself is a huge success. A huge success. And I'm incredibly proud of myself and what I've done in just 2 months. I mean, I don't know anything else that I could do so quickly. And I owe it all to YouTube, because everything that I learned on how to make YouTube videos, I learned on YouTube. Before I made my first video, I spent months researching and watching dozens of other YouTubers explain to me how to make YouTube videos. And still, I learned twice as much by doing it myself as I did from watching those videos. But everything I learned about editing, I learned on YouTube. Everything I learned about lighting and sound, I learned on YouTube. And when I would watch a video and I realized, hey, my editing sucks, I started watching editing videos. I do all my editing on CapCut. So I searched that up on YouTube, and holy shit, there's a lot of great information out there. And I have so much more to learn. And that's the best part, because I love to learn. So I'm learning and I'm doing and I'm creating, and these are the best things ever. My goal is to not stop until I'm making a living making these videos, and especially helping other people make these videos, or even just helping other people. That would be the best thing in the world to me, would be to make these videos that help other people. Doesn't mean I want to see other people or be around other people, but I want to help everybody. And I'm sure you can understand exactly what I mean by that. I am a very introverted extrovert. So I like to be by myself. And sometimes I like to be around people. Sometimes I like to interact with people. But interacting with people exhausts me, and then I need to be by myself again. And some people don't have all those facets. Some people have some of them. I have a huge problem with imposter syndrome, where I think that a lot of times I'm just a big fat phony, and it makes me concerned, but I fight through that. And, there's issues. There's issues with my success. But the one issue that I'm not going to face is I'm not going to give up. And like I've said before, the only way we lose is if we quit. We don't quit. Gen X doesn't know how to quit. People that start making, once you make one YouTube video, you've done the hardest thing ever. The hardest video you're ever going to make is the first video. Like I say, catch your first fish. You have to make your first video. That's why catching the first fish resonated with me when my grandfather said it. That's why it was so important to me. Catch your first fish. Because until you do something the first time, you can't do it a second, third, or fourth time. It doesn't matter if you write your first book and it's horrible. You wrote your first book. That's how many people have written a book. Not a lot of people have. And you wrote one. That's your first fish. That's doesn't matter how good it is. It just matters that you did it. And that's what's so vitally important. Catch your first fish, do the thing the first time. Making your first YouTube video, posting your first YouTube video is going to be the hardest one you ever do. It really is, because you have all the self-doubt and you don't know how to do it and you don't think you're ready for it. And you want to make sure that it's perfect and you want it to be happy and you want it to be perfect. And it's never going to be perfect. I got another viewer. Hi. Don't worry about being perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. There is no such thing as a perfect video. Don't watch other YouTube videos and think, oh, all these other videos are better than mine. So what? They're probably supposed to be. How are you going to compare your very first video to somebody who's been doing it for 5 years or 10 years or somebody who's doing it as a living? Even somebody like me who's been doing it for 2 months and has 50 videos out. Your first video, I mean, I would hope your first video isn't as good as mine. It very well could be. Not mine aren't anything special. But I've made 50 videos. I've edited 50 videos. I've added sound and clips and cuts and transitions, and I've done all that stuff. And you could very well be easily, you could be better than I am. But I have the experience of doing 50 videos and you doing your first one. And the point isn't who's better or whose video is better or whose quality is better or, who's better doesn't come into it. Do the thing the first time, make your first video. And once you've made your first video, you really need to sit back and just kind of take it in and just smile to yourself and go, hey, I did it. I caught my first fish. I made my first video. Doesn't matter if it's great. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. It doesn't matter if it sucks. You did it. That is something. If you think about it this way, how many people on the planet have said that they want to start a YouTube channel, that they want to make a YouTube video, that they want to make money on YouTube, that they want to do it. They want to post on YouTube and they're going to do it and they're going to do it and they're looking into it and they're doing this and they're doing, but they never do it. I would wager, now I don't know, I have no statistics, but I would wager probably at least 10 times the amount of people who actually have videos on YouTube. It's probably 10 times more people have said they're going to, or they want to, or they would. If I only had this, if I could only do that, they have excuses. And there's so many more people that have those excuses versus the people who actually did it. And then if you look at YouTube closer and you look at how many people succeed at YouTube, well, you know what? I would challenge you to look deeper. The people that have succeeded on YouTube are the people who stuck with it. The people who didn't stop at 2 videos or 3 videos or 10 videos or even 50 videos. They're the people who kept making videos, who kept working, who joined communities and found out from other people what was working, what wasn't working, who listened to their subscribers, who got into the comments, who really looked at what was working and what wasn't working, who made the changes that they needed to make. The people who took it seriously. So here's the thing. And I'll say that from time to time, but this is an important thing. And that for me, that means, hey, shut up, pay attention, stop what you're doing and pay attention to me. All right. Let's see, Loki's paying attention. He's paying attention. He's a good boy. So you be a good boy too. Be like Loki, pay attention. Okay. And now I forgot what I was going to tell you. Loki confused me. No, here's the thing. If you make a video, you're already doing better than 95% of people out there. The people who succeed are the people who keep going, keep working, keep trying. They don't give up. They don't take no for an answer. They don't stop. The people who fail, the people who will tell you, oh, it's crazy. I had a YouTube channel. I put up 10 videos. Nothing ever came of it. I never made a dime. But you stopped. How many videos did you make? 5, 10, 50, 100? You did it for a year and then you quit? When you quit, that's it. That's the end of it. I mean, I guess you could go back, but the point is you quit. You go, yeah, that's it. I haven't succeeded. I didn't reach my goal. Well, yeah, you don't. Yeah, yeah. You didn't reach your goal because you quit. The journey of 1,000 steps starts with the first one, right? The first fish, the first step. If you want to run a marathon, I think this is a great analogy for YouTube. A marathon. So the end of the marathon, the finish line, is you getting monetized and making money on YouTube, right? So do you just wake up one day and go, I'm going to go do the Boston Marathon tomorrow? And then you get up and you put on your sneakers and you go get in line and you get a number and you run until your nipples bleed. No, you're not getting anywhere. You're not going to make it. You're not going to finish the marathon. You have to train. You have to start out. You have to practice. And when you're practicing, when you're training, when you're out there and you're jogging, you reach a point and you go, I'm too tired to jog. Now I'm going to walk. But when you push yourself past that, when you reach the point of exhaustion and you push yourself, those are the moments that take you from being an amateur to being a novice, to being an expert, to being a professional. If I start jogging today, which I am not a jogger and I am not in great shape, I won't make it very far. When I run on the treadmill at the gym, I'm happy to do a minute jogging. But when I push myself and I get to that minute and I go, oh, now I can stop, but I don't stop. And I push myself, I do an extra 10 seconds or 15 seconds. And I set myself a goal. This week, I'm going to jog for a minute every day. And I'll walk for a half hour, but I'm going to jog for a minute. And then the next day, I go, I'm going to jog for a minute, but I'm going to do it twice. I'll jog for a minute, then I'll walk for 15 minutes, then I'll jog for a minute, and I'll walk for 15 minutes. Okay. I'm on the treadmill for a half hour. So then the next day, now I'm going to jog for a minute, walk for 10, jog for a minute, walk for 10, jog for a minute, walk for 10. You get it. The day after that, 4 times. Maybe I stay at 3 times for a week, then the next week I'll push it to 5. And then I'll push it to a little bit more and a little bit more. And then I'll push it to where I'm jogging for a minute and then walking for a minute and then jogging for a minute and walking for a minute. And then I realized, well, why don't I just jog the whole time? And then before I know it, within a couple weeks, a couple months, now I'm jogging for a half hour. I'm jogging for 2 or 3 miles. I pushed myself to that point because I didn't accept defeat. I didn't give up, and I pushed myself. That's how success finds you. You don't quit. You keep going. You keep working. You push yourself a little bit more, and you push yourself a little bit more. You take yourself out of the comfort zone, and you just keep going. That's what success comes down to. You have to work. You have to try. You have to keep going. Just keep going. I don't want to quote Finding Nemo. I mean, Disney will probably sue me, or Pixar, or whoever the fuck that was. But the just keep swimming line that Dory did, when I heard that, I thought that was one of the most brilliant things ever. Just keep swimming. Just keep walking. Just keep doing it. Just keep making videos. That should be your mantra. Just keep making videos. Make the videos that you want to see until you have an audience, and then adapt and change to what the audience wants. But just keep going, because the longer you do it, sooner or later, they're going to find you. And once they find you, you're set. As long as you keep working with your audience. I'm not saying give in everything that they want to do. If my audience wanted me to start making mukbang videos, I'm not really going to do that. I'm trying to slim down and lose weight, not put on 400 pounds eating 4 birthday cakes in a sitting. Ugh. But think how dirty the beard would get. You have to respect the beard. You can't just make the beard filthy. But I digress. So just keep working. And if you haven't done it yet, but you want to, if making YouTube videos is your goal, whether it's to do it as a career or just because you want to start something, but you want to make a YouTube video and you don't know how to start, just do it. Just make a video. You're going to learn more from making one video than you'll ever learn from watching hundreds of hours of videos. Make that video, catch your first fish. Make your video, do what you got to do. Get going. That's how success starts. You just do it. You do it. You make a leap of faith. You do it. You jump out there and you do it. So do that. Catch your first fish. Make your first video. Write your first book. Do your first audition. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever your goal in life is, do it. Just do it. Fail. Here's the thing. You may think that you're failing because nobody wants to publish your book or you don't get the part or nobody watches your YouTube videos. You're not failing. You're not failing. It's not a failure. You did something that other people don't do. If you don't get the part, how many millions of people want to be an actor but never audition? They daydream about it. They think it would be great. They want the lifestyle. They know nothing about it, but they want to be an actor. I was in the school play. Well, you didn't have to audition for the school play. You showed up and they gave you the part. You want to be an actor, you have to go to auditions. And you know what? You're going to go to audition after audition after audition, and you're not going to get the part. And then one day you will get the part. Because the only people who never get the part are the people who stop going to the auditions. They quit. They give up. Don't quit. Don't give up. You'll get the part. Keep writing your book. You eventually, I know people who wanted to be authors that wrote book after book after book and sent it out, and they would get nothing. They didn't even get rejection letters. They weren't good enough for a rejection letter. They got nothing. Nothing. Over and over again, they got nothing. And then one day, they got a rejection letter. And the rejection letter said, "You suck. Give up." And they didn't. And they wrote more. And they wrote more. And they handed out copies to their friends. They handed out copies to strangers. They did everything they could do to try to get some semblance of, they just wanted their stories heard is what they wanted. And people started reading them and they started getting feedback and they started getting better. And then the rejection letters started to give them actual input. Stop head hopping. This story shouldn't be in first person. It would work better in third person. The use of the word there is way too much, and you need to cut this back, and you need to work on your grammar. And they started working on things, and they started paying attention to what they were told. And then one day they get something published, whether it's a short story or a novel, they get published because they didn't give up. And here's the thing about not giving up. The more you keep doing the thing that people tell you that you're not good at, or you should just stop, or you should give up, or it's just never going to happen. You're never going to get the part. You're never going to get published. That only happens to certain people, and you're not one of those people. The more you keep working, the better at it you get. Let that sink in for a minute. The more you keep working at it, the better you're going to get. Right? You know, it's true. Think back to the analogy of the marathon. If your goal was to run a marathon, but you can't do it. Maybe you're morbidly obese. My goal, I want to run a marathon. And that is your goal. Well, you can't just get up one day and run a marathon. You have to work at it. You have to walk and then jog slowly and do a little jog and then walk and jog and then walk. You have to build up to it. You have to keep working at it. And the only time you're going to not run that marathon is when you give up and go, "That's too hard. I don't want to do it. Nope, it's not my goal anymore." You keep working, and that's your goal, and you work towards it every single day, you're going to run that marathon. 100% you're going to run that marathon. You will make it. I don't care where you start from. You will run that marathon. People run marathons with no legs. They have prosthetics and they run marathons. I don't know. You don't really run a marathon. You jog a marathon, I guess. But you can walk a marathon too. People do it with no legs. People do it in wheelchairs. What's your fucking excuse? That's your goal, to run a marathon, and you have 2 functioning legs, or even if you're in a wheelchair. Okay, what's your excuse? I'm fat, I'm tired, I'm lazy, I'm not in shape. Get the fuck up and start walking, and then jog. Keep pushing yourself. You can do it. The only time you can't do it is when you quit. And if you don't quit, your dreams come true. Your goals happen. I've proven it time and time again in my own personal life with small things, yeah. But now this is it. This is my YouTube journey. This is my goal. I'm the midlife YouTuber, and I didn't start YouTube as a kid. I didn't start YouTube there was no YouTube when I was a kid, but I didn't start it when YouTube started. I'm getting into it late. YouTube's been a thing for over a decade, and I'm starting it now. I'm pushing 50 years old, and I'm pushing it hard, and it's pushing back. 49 fucking years old when I made my first video. My 49th birthday, nonetheless. I made my first video on my 49th birthday. And here I am less than 2 months later with 50 videos in, and I don't know how many shorts, 10, 12, 15. I have no fucking idea, but a bunch of shorts. And I have subscribers, and I have a bunch of comments, and I have a ton of likes, and now I'm doing my first live. 2 months in, I'm doing my first live, and I didn't expect to have a single viewer. I've had 2 so far, and some comments and some likes. I mean, come on. Shit, I'm more than happy with this. I have realistic expectations. I didn't expect that I was going to make one video and get a million views and get 10,000 subscribers on my first video. No, but I'm making videos. I'm working on it every day. I'm thinking about it every day, and I'm doing what I have to do to make it work. And it's going to take work, but I'm going to keep going because I know the only way that I fail is if I quit, and I'm not going to quit. So get out there, catch your first fish, make your first video, go to your first audition, write your first book. Hell, write the first page of your first book. Do what you have to do. Catch your first fish, man. Set your goals and start working towards them. Life isn't going to hand you anything. So do what you got to do. Live your dream, man. So this is my dream. This right here, what I'm doing is my dream. I mean, it's really my dream when I'm making money doing it, but I have no doubt I'm going to get to that point. There's not a doubt in my mind because I know I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. And that's what I want you to do. Keep going, man. Catch your first fish. So that's it for me. It's raining, it's thundering, it's lightning, Loki's scared, and Layla's wet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's longer than most of my usual stuff. But I'm ready, man. This was a big win. 2 people checking this out. I am thrilled. I'm happy. A couple comments. That's great. So, guys, I'm going to do this more often. Maybe I'll start doing this once a week. Maybe this will be my Thursday night thing. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed my rambling. And please comment, like, subscribe, share. You know what I say. Sharing is caring. I'm Midlife YouTuber Bear, signing off. Have a great day, everybody. Catch your first fish. Don't give up. It's going to be fine. Just keep doing your thing. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. Have a great day.